Hello everyone, welcome back to Guild Wars 2. This is the Slappee. Me and Subtlenose welcome you back to the Astralarium. We're just about to speak to, let's see, who's this? Yeah, the Archivist Salwa. Because we just helped out in this place and hopefully we have now gained her trust. So here we go.
Archivist Rada sent me to fetch a book for her. The title is Nightfall. She said you'd know it.
Every page, by heart. Rada has an eye for history. And apprentices too, it seems. Enter, and do not fail her.
Whoa, goodness, and we just...
Nightfall.
Yes, alright, so I'm looking for that book, am I? Alright, do you need to be someplace else right now? Yes, please. No, I do not. That would probably just teleport us out, so no. Oh, what's this? By the way, I collected all the books up in the Astralarium, and I was planning to make a video about it, but then I logged out, and when I logged back in just now, apparently when you've collected all the books and you log out and you wait a bit or something, they all get strewn out in the area again, so you're gonna have to run around and pick them all up. So I don't have the time to do that really again, but it was well worth the read, so if you do have the time to collect all the books and read up on them, it was a really fun read. I mean, I guess, do let me know if you really think I should do that. But for now, I want to continue on with the story. Diary of Magrid the Sly. Who is this? Now, this is interesting. Apparently, Magrid the Sly was a hero you could play with in your party in Guild Wars 1. She was a Corsair, and the description reads here on the wiki, a native of Freeman's Cove, Magrid is a Corsair, descendant from a long line of Corsairs. She rolls with the punches, profits from her experience, and most importantly, enjoys her work. The book is extremely fragile and caked in what appears to be salt. It looks as though seawater has all but destroyed it. Now that's pretty fitting for a Corsair, wouldn't you say? That's cool. Little nod back to one of the heroes. Oh, look at this. Oh man, that's so cool. It says they use more of these assets from Cormier's library, it looks like. That's amazing. Sort of get a Harry Potter vibe from this place. Oh, Understanding Astralaria. Oh. This book is filled with technical jargon incomprehensible to anyone unfamiliar with the device. Put down the book. Now, Astralaria is the legendary axe weapon, right? And it's named after the Astralarium here, so that's fitting, I suppose. And also the device, I think, is the first step towards crafting the precursor for Astralaria. I wonder if, you know, what if I held Astralaria in my hand and I read this? I wonder if this book would then give me some more information. That's really interesting. Anyway, that's cool. Visiting scholars, and this looks like staircase down to some crypts or something, or just like a very dodgy staircase. Now, what else? Oh, look at this. There's something. Examine the Nightfall book to find a way inside the base. That's cool. I just want to check if there's anyone else. Any other books in here? Doesn't look like it. Well, here we go. This is it then. The book has been heavily edited and altered with handwritten notes scribbled throughout. There's a page bookmarked. Turn to it. The Apocrypha challenged the great Palawa to single combat, transforming itself frantically from form to form in an attempt to best the unbeaten Lich King. Now this is really interesting. In Nightfall, we, the heroes, fought, I believe, the Apocrypha, which was a sort of monolith structure that could change form throughout the fight. And as far as I know, Palawa was nowhere near that thing. So this is another, I guess, claim to fame of Palawa. The word Joker is highlighted. Continue reading. The king played with it for a time, deriving amusement from the melee. But soon its corpsefulness grew weary of the battle. His corpsefulness. Wow, is that a title for King Palawa? And with a snap of his fingers, he felled the ancient guardian. Wow, really? With the Apocrypha broken at his feet, the great Palawa said, "It's just like you monoliths to crack under pressure." Oh, goodness me. The undead king set off to corner to face the deceitful Ossa. Wow, so he's the real deal, this King Palawa. He's a complete badass. pulling puns after, you know, easily defeating a horrible monolith. Anyway, skip ahead to the next bookmarked page. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Then Palawa Joko dared the demon to eat Cormier's eyes. Do it. Dragging a blind woman through the abyss and back might actually prove a challenge. With a scream and a slurp, the demon obeyed. Now this is hilarious. So this is literally a book of the actual events of Nightfall, but told as if Palawa Joko was the actual hero. So, alright, so this is a reference to when Cormier turned blind. It was one of the demons of Abaddon who during an attack made her blind when she touched it or something like that. Continue reading. Is this the best Corner has to challenge me? Enough of this. To Vabby. The word is highlighted. Continue reading. You false god will kneel before me, Ossa. His Majesty Palawa Joko gloated over the War Marshal's corpse. I shall protect the people of Alona from the nightfall you have attempted to bring upon them. The word false is highlighted. Continue reading. So, alright, so these highlighted words... Hang on, close the book. I bet you they read out something. Hang on. Yeah, notes scribbled throughout. Blah, 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 blah. The word Joko. Okay, so the first one is Joko. La 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 la. Skip ahead to the next bookmarked page. Yeah. Continue reading. Joko. And then the word is... Alright, so Joko is false. Continue reading. The great king that opened a rift to the realm of torment with his bare hand, the god of secrets whimpered. Palawa Joko was coming, and none who stand in his way live to tell the tale. Turn the page, goodness me. The page is blank except for 3 glowing spaces. You recall the 3 glowing words in the book. Joko is false. Ha! That's pretty... Oh, what? What? And that opens up a mesmer portal. Holy shit, that's good.
That's dramatic.
What the Whoa, my god, what's this place? Goodness me, speak to the Firstspear, Hakima. Yes, please. Who are you then? Recruit Asim, hi. Oh, ally assessment. Talked to, with allies in the Sunspear Base. Oh my god, we're going to speak to all of them. Hi, Commander, it's good to see you. Why are you stationed here? Oh, whoops. Why are you stationed here? Goodbye. It's my duty to guard the way in and out of this place. Have you seen anyone suspicious coming in or out? Our efforts to conceal the entrance from the restricted library has worked so far. May Cormier keep the truth from them until we're ready to strike. Glad to hear that. Keep up the good work. Finally, some people we can actually trust and, you know, fully support. Okay. Man, this is cool. So where on the map are we now? Oh, we're just below the Astrolarium, it looks like. Yeah, I thought I noticed a merchant somewhere under here. Alright, Firstspear Hakima, how are you?
Ahai, hero of Amnoon. I am Firstspear Hakima of the Istani Sunspears.
You know who I am?
Every Sunspear knows who you are. And I believe we have
Cool.
some common interests. Joko's hold on Istan has weakened in his absence. Some of us here even dare to dream of a new era.
I left Joko rotting in a cage in the domain of the lost. Should definitely make for smoother sailing.
Yeah.
You would think. But the number of awakened grows. They're retaking towns we freed, including Champion's Dawn. And someone claiming to be Joko is offering rewards for the heads of his enemies. Especially yours.
So
Goodness.
I hear. I'll tread carefully. To that end, I'm here to ask you if you can get me into Farinor.
Oh. I'm afraid not. Only our leader knows the way. Spear Marshal Zaim guards that secret with his life.
Cool.
He rode south to retake Champion's Dawn from the Awakened. The priest there, Sazir, usually knows where he is.
Then that's where I'm headed.
Cool, goodness me. Okay. So we're gonna seek out the actual Spear Marshal. Sunspear Paragon support. Summon a Sunspear for 2 minutes. This can only be used once every 30 minutes. What the hell? Shit, that's a bold move.
That's how it's done.
Under the Stars completed. Nice. Alright, so the next story mission, here we go. Find Zaim or Priest Sazir in Champion's Dawn. Now, okay, so apparently Champion's Dawn was the sort of base of operations for the architects and the engineers of Istan. And it was located on the shores of... near the cliffs here. What are they called? Yeah, Chirur Cliffs. So I wonder if this is going to be the ancient royal docks. Something to do with this one, perhaps? No, it's actually over here. Never mind. Alright, we get a very clear indication. That's cool. So, Firstspear Hakima, is there somewhere else you should... is there something else you would like to know? Tell me more about the Sunspears.
The
Yes, please.
Sunspears are an ancient order. Honorable protectors from brighter years in Alona's history. Most of my brothers and sisters were awakened and forced to serve Joko. You know them now as the Mordant Crescent. A few survived, in hiding. Recruiting to sustain the order across the generations in hopes they might one day rise against Joko. Zaim has become the spear marshal of these Sunspears. We serve his vision of an Istan free from Joko's grasp.
Tell me more about Zaim then. Seems pretty cool.
Zaim was trained by a Sunspear named Ketur, until word of Istan's plight reached his ears. When Balthazar attacked the mainland, things got worse in Istan. Much worse. Istan was Zaim's home, and despite his mentor's protests, he could not sit by while it burned. Zaim vowed to bring the Sunspears out of the shadows, to once again make them a shield for the innocent and the scourge of the corrupt. I was the first he recruited, but many would follow. Eventually, we convinced him to take the title of Spear Marshal.
Cool. Tell me about the rebellion,
Balthazar's campaign on the mainland caused ripples throughout the kingdom. Crops burned, trade lines disrupted, shipments to Istan that never got past Palawadan. Joko's loyalists are comprised mainly of the island's nobility, and only they are allowed to live within Palawadan, its port city. They control what comes in and what goes out. They decided food would not go out. When people objected, the Temple of Joko said those outside Palawadan's walls were disloyal and didn't deserve food. It started out as a way for the nobility to feel virtuous watching half the island starve. But it escalated. Quickly.
Wow, goodness me. Oh, look at this. We unlocked another one. How did the fighting start?
Isner Isles had enough and declared their independence from the rest of Istan.
Oh, wow.
By then, the temple congregation had armed themselves. The loyalists went down there, intending to make an example of the disloyal. Zaim was prepared, though. He taught us a great deal about guerrilla tactics.
Cool.
The Sunspears crushed the loyalists.
Wow.
Sent them running all the way to the northern shore. The awakened garrison was manned by a skeleton crew, no pun intended, thanks to your liberation of the mainland forces.
Oh.
Nonetheless, the Mordant Crescent sent 50 Awakened to find this famous Sunspear champion and end the rebellion. We don't know how he did it, but two facts are undisputed. Those Awakened lie dead, and Zaim lives.
Interesting.
The people started calling him the hero of Istan. It galvanized the whole island behind him.
Holy shit, I really want to meet this person now. So what does the tide, what turned the tide against the Sunspears?
The Mordant Crescent and their loyalists imposed martial law, even within Palawadan itself. They started conscripting the living and awakening the dead. If you won't serve in life, you can always serve in death. Anyone suspected of aiding the Sunspears gets rounded up for re-education.
Jeez.
With their supply lines broken, their families imprisoned, recruits getting harder and harder to find. Well, as you can imagine, things started falling apart. The Mordant Crescent would rather watch Istan burn than tolerate any commoner who shows some spine. And Zaim and his Sunspear recruits? Well, we have spines of iron.
Goodness. Shit, that's really cool. I love this. I love where the story is heading. I mean, I love this. This is a fun dictatorship. But it's a really interesting turn of events, this. And I like this so far. I don't know about you folks, but I think this is sort of a refreshing turn from the super fantasy gods and dragons. You know, this is just actual politics and we're fighting a dictatorship here. Really interesting stuff. Alright, I have no further questions for now. I love that we unlocked more more conversation options there as well. Thank you very much, Firstspear Hakima. I'm very interested in getting to know your Spear Marshal. Quartermaster Zineb. Hi, Commander. You could really help our cause by inspiring potential recruits, by finding us some Kralkatite that we can use to forge weapons for those recruits. Looks like you're planning something big. Spear Marshal has been planning to raid Palawadan for weeks and said we should go on without or with or without him. Either way, Firstspear Hakima says we strike at dusk. Sounds risky, but I know my way around a battlefield. I'll help if I can. Already done that, but I guess they they seem to be attacking every dusk, which is interesting. How has your effort been going? We took serious losses in the uprising at Champion's Dawn. Many of our people were killed or imprisoned during the Loyalists' liberation of the village. Is there any good news? We've had some success with quick hit-and-run raids of the Mordant Crescent's Great Hall. Grabbing what we need and retreating before they can react. Impressive. Even the smallest victories can go a long way. It's just frustrating that we haven't been able to get beneath the hall where Warden Amala has some of our people locked up. She's sealed her prison with powerful magic from the inside. I'll think on that. There has to be a way in. Interesting. So is that going to be a story mission, perhaps? Gonna have to free these people? Oh, look at this. The Sunspear Creed. Cool. The Sunspear Creed. Continue reading. The Sunspears were born of a need to protect a nation. By joining this order, we declare our dedication to the people of Alona. Wasn't it the Sunspear Guard first? Of, what was her name? Queen Nadajay? I'm just throwing out words. I think that was her, wasn't it? One of the first queens of the Primeval Dynasty. Anyway. We will defend Alona from every threat, whether large or small, martial, mystical, or supernatural. We will strike down foes and lift up allies. The Sunspear never fights alone. We will live in accordance with the 8 virtues: valor, humility, honor, honesty, justice, compassion, sacrifice, and loyalty. We respect all but answer only to our own. We are the unbreakable wall to shelter the innocent, the unstoppable arrow to pierce the enemy, the unsuppressed voice of support and resistance. I think we've read that somewhere else before. Do recognize those words at least. Perhaps in the Cormier's library, if anything. Oh, look at that! They're actually throwing javelins! That's so cool! No, that's not fair though. I want to do that as well. Oh, that's exciting though, because that means they have the animation for it. Yeah, sorry. This was you fought like this in Guild Wars 1 if you played as a Paragon. If I remember correctly. Let me know if I'm wrong. Trainer Atika. Hi, Commander. Here to help our new recruits train. Just checking in. How's their training going? They're very motivated, thanks to you. Oh, but they've got a long way to go. Most of these people are villagers who've never seen a battlefield or held a weapon until recently. However, having the will to fight goes a long way. One way or another, our fight begins soon to take back Istan. I feel like you being here with us might be a sign from Cormier that this is our time. I'm glad if I've inspired you in any way. Yes, I am as well. Goodness me. Very cool. Oops. Don't throw spears at me. Gosh. Resistant Archivist. Okay. Agent Rodena. Hang on. Hello. Yes. What's going on here? Why do I recognize this lady? Do I? We're planning to assault Palawadan and the Mordant Crescent Great Hall. We need to hit them where it hurts. How can I help? Our quartermaster is gathering supplies to arm our troops. Should appreciate your contribution. Firstspear Hakima will have ideas as well. I'll look for them. Thanks and good luck. Agent Rodena. Interesting that a member of the Sunspears looks a bit more like a member of the Order of Shadows or something. Let's see. Sunspear Recruit Arif. Forgive me, but I'm trying to focus on my training here. Can I help you somehow? I need to be confident in my own abilities, Commander. Only then will I be able to face the fight ahead calm and balanced. Alright, I'll leave you to it then. Sunspear recruits, lots of them. Good sign, I suppose. Alright. Oh, and some priestesses of Cormier here, it looks like as well. And lots of villagers. Sorry, a priest, Idrissa. Thank Cormier, you made it to Istan, Commander. With you here, I pray fewer recruits will need my help. Have we met? No, though Agent Keto speaks highly of you. That's cool. I was drawn to Istan from Amnoon just as you were. It may be less safe to tend to our flock in this place, but I felt called to help this cause. The Sunspears are lucky to have you here with them. Yeah. Look at them helping each other. This is really nice. Who are you then? Priestess of Cormyr, alright. Scriptures of Cormyr, cool. Scriptures of Cormyr, yes indeed. And so it came to pass that Spear Marshal Cormyr, hero of all Alona, I think we've read this before, but anyway, was pulled into the inky blackness surrounding the God of Secrets. And though her sight has been robbed, her body racked, and her spirit flayed, she remained resolute. And through her power and their combined skill and bravery and the blessings of the 5 true gods, did Abaddon at last face his ultimate defeat. Yet the power of a god cannot be destroyed, and Cormyr, making a choice that only a mortal could make, did take upon herself the mantle of the goddess of truth. Skip ahead. And so by mortal hands did a new immortal enter creation. Very cool. Someone told me in the comments, I think it was Foghorn? I just assume it was Foghorn, sorry if it was someone else, that there were scriptures of Cormyr in the first game as well. I assumed that since Nightfall happening, it was one people hadn't had time to write, scriptures of Cormyr, but obviously there were more expansions after Nightfall as well, so it makes sense that there were actual scriptures of Cormyr. So I assume then that those little sort of tidbits we get there are actually part of a longer text that you could read in Guild Wars 1. That's just my assumption though. Who are these people? Loyalist Paragon. Oh, that's cool. Guardidam. Oh, hi, Commander. What's going on here? Joker's loyalist rats double-crossed us by posing as recruits. Thank Cormyr, we found them before they could lead the Mordred Crescent back here to us. Oh yeah, how did they find them out? An Order of Shadows agent overheard some recruits whispering about reporting back to the authorities after a training exercise here. Huh, that's... douchebags. What do you plan to do with these loyalists? They're going to have to stay our guests for now, but the time will come for their judgment. I'm sure it will. Let's see. How do you plan to do with the loyalists? Yes. Alright. That's not nice at all, you douchebags. You've got some very heavy chains holding you back though, so oh, it's not even attached to you. Never mind, it's just there. Okay, never mind. Who are you then? Sunspear recruit? Never mind. Trade cash, might as well. Oh, who are you? Wow, you're a cool person. Uysal. Hi. You look like you have a question for me. To ask me. No, I'm okay. Okay, Uysal? Why don't I have a question for you? That's interesting. I wonder what will trigger that. I think that's all we can speak to. Just want to check out this achievement though. What did I miss then? No, I know that. Sorry. Ally assistant. Oh yeah. Oh, recruit Chima. Apparently I have missed one. Oh, there you are. Recruit Chima. How did I miss you? Hey, look at that. Commander, I want to believe you being here is a sign. We're not just risking our own lives for a chance at freedom. What do you mean? Have you seen Champion's Dawn? How people are being starved on purpose for their supposed disloyalty. Imagine what the Mordred Crescent will do them if we fail. I'll do whatever I can to help your people. Yes, I will. Alright, cool. So that's apparently... I'm very curious about you, Uysal. Do you have a question for me? No, I apparently don't have a question for you. Damn it, I really do want to have a question for you though. Anyway. Maybe she'll have something to say for the Firstspear now or something? Let's see, how to turn tide. Nope, that's all the same. Alright, then I'm pretty sure that we are all done in this place. So let's find Zaim or Priest Zaria in Champion's Dawn then, shall we? Woo!